This mass exodus is really getting a lot of people attention because I feel like people are now choosing freedom.
More than 5,000 teachers in the state of Florida have called it quits just as the school year began roughly 2 months ago. Cherie Robinson is one of those teachers who left the profession this past September, and she's not alone.
We are now 2 months into the school year, and by this point those numbers typically drop significantly. However, this year is different. This year we're actually seeing a slight increase. Nearly 5,100 vacancies now of teachers in the state of Florida and over 4,000 vacancies among our education staff professionals throughout the state.
Andrew Spar, president of the Florida Education Association, went on to TikTok 3 weeks ago sounding the alarm on an increasing teacher shortage.
When you get your classroom, it is nothing like what they taught you, because in each county, they have different initiatives and different things they just want to push.
33-year-old Robinson taught second and third graders during her 7 years in the classroom in Jacksonville, Florida. Many of her students came from underserved communities, so things like instability at home, food insecurity, domestic violence, and poverty were added burdens the teacher had to help their students navigate while teaching a curriculum that only intensified with each passing month.
This isn't just teaching. I'm not teaching y'all how to add and subtract and how to read. Like, it's more to it than that. And then from administration, the initiatives that they're driving, it just doesn't align with what I was seeing.
Robinson says policies created at the district and school board levels trickled down into the classroom, adding more stress on teachers and students alike. For example, Robinson noted her school wanted to add 6 extra minutes of class times in the mornings to boost instruction. But Robinson says that only reduced breakfast time for kids. The constant training sessions signifying more things teachers had to incorporate into their daily lessons eventually took a toll.
We're exhausted. So are the parents. They don't have the necessary tools. They're not a part of the PTA. They don't know what's going on. They don't own the homes in their community, so they can't, they don't really have a say in what happens in their schools. It's a cycle, a vicious cycle.
We were in a teacher crisis as early as 2016. And so this is not anything new. School districts have known for a while that teachers are overwhelmed, they're overworked. It's not just teachers, it's counselors. It's bus drivers, it's cafeteria workers.
Jason Allen is a veteran educator who works at a charter school in Atlanta, Georgia. Like Robinson, he points to school district administrators failing to address critical issues, from giving teachers a say in policy decisions to paying teachers more and providing adequate resources to make teaching more effective.
Which is having that support of counselors, social workers, para-educators, and also those wraparound services that makes our work more effective and it makes it easier.
While it's unclear exactly how many teachers have quit nationwide at this time, both Allen and Robinson agree it can be outright damaging to Black communities. A Rand Corporation survey conducted earlier this year found that 1 in 4 teachers considered leaving the job, and Black teachers in particular were thinking about leaving.
Success rate for our community is based on those kids seeing us represented in their classrooms and in their schools.
According to the National Center for Educational Statistics, only 7% of teachers in the U.S. are Black. A 2018 study from Johns Hopkins University found that Black students who have one Black teacher are more likely to go to college. The study also says having at least one Black teacher in elementary school reduced the chances of dropping out of school by 29% among low-income Black students and by 39% for very low-income Black boys.
This is why representation is so important, and not just having a Black face standing in front of children or, whatever ethnicity. It needs to be people who are intentional about making sure that they can do the work of improving schools.
In Atlanta Public Schools, Chief Human Resources Officer Sky Duckett says they've managed to weather the storm of a teacher shortage so far amid the pandemic. She attributes it largely to fewer teachers retiring and by implementing much needed support for its teachers, faculty, and staff with about 70% of its teachers being Black.
All of our pay, our well-being initiatives, our mental health work is designed with our non-white staff in mind, because that's the vast majority of our workforce.
Duckett says the district has given its teachers and staff 3 to 9% pay raises. More social workers and psychologists have been brought on for students in addition to mental health professionals for teachers and staff. Special education and high poverty schools all received stipends on top of the pay raise.
So employees working in what may arguably be some of our hardest work settings are getting extra bumps in their pay this year. And also teachers working in special education are getting stipends this year in addition to the regular pay raises.
For the teachers leaving, where are they going? Some are retiring, others are leaving the field altogether. As for Robinson, she's still figuring out what her next move will be, but noted entrepreneurship is a popular topic among educators.
And I say all the time, if you can run a classroom, you can run a business, because it's just that many moving parts.
Reporting for Atlanta Black Star, I'm Cavante Smalls.